Andre Berto interview with the Breakfast Club. And, sometimes I enjoy watching these contemporary mediums when they interview boxers because they ask questions that the typical reporter like myself forgets to ask or don't even think to ask, but sometimes really wants to answer and don't want to ask because you have to ask these questions that will align itself with your articles or your fan base. But I always wondered how many boxers uh, go abstinent during training camp. And Andre Berto revealed on the Breakfast Club that he went abstinent for the Floyd training for 3 months for the Floyd Mayweather fight, and more importantly, he said it made a big difference in his performances. So I always wondered how many fighters think it's real, think it's fake. But I remember when I ran track, our coach, and even in football, our coaches were adamant about not having sex like 2 days before Saturday, because of it would release too much testosterone and your aggression wouldn't be as high. But let me know what you guys think. I've always wondered um, how many fighters adopted this. I wonder did Floyd Mayweather abstain from sex because we all know he has a starting five, but it's one of them uh, never asked but often wondered questions. You know what I mean? But maybe I'll add this question to my list of questions. But it was imagine asking this in a group of like a bunch of boxing reporters. But maybe if I get them one on one, and maybe if I frame it correctly. But yeah, Andre Berto was abstinent during the Floyd Mayweather fight, and according to reports, the pay-per-views only did just under $600,000, which isn't too bad because um, at the end of the day, they covered the I believe they covered the contract with the Manny Pacquiao fight, in addition to the pay-per-view fights, the endorsement contracts that they made. So I know without a shout, I would believe that Showtime made $200 million on that Manny Pacquiao fight, because if Floyd made 275 and Pacquiao made over 100, I I, I can't believe they didn't do $1 billion. I mean, just because of how much money they made in merchandising in the Philippines. You know, that's not all Manny Pacquiao's money. That merchandising is, I'm sure, is split between the HBO, Showtime, and every other entities involved. So, um, and I like, but what I did like, getting back to the interview, what I did like about the interview was Andre Berto's disposition, kind of calm, cool, and collective, very casual. Uh, the Breakfast Club tends to do that to you. They ask very outlandish and overt contemporary questions, that 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 typical people will not ask. So I'll put the link in the description box so you guys can watch it. But I thought it was a cool question because I've always wanted to know the answer. I've always wanted to know, does Floyd Mayweather have sex in training camp? Did Roy Jones have sex in training camp? Because we all know Roy Jones did so many things. Like one time, Roy Jones played a basketball game before he fought on HBO one time. I remember that when I was growing up. Um, and because he couldn't find competition, so he wanted to fatigue himself, I guess. I don't know, but I've always wondered, did the great fighters like the Muhammad Ali's, the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Roberto Durans, the Marvin Haglers, the Mike Tysons, when they were in their prime. Obviously, Mike Tyson didn't do it in Japan when he lost to Buster Douglas. If you watch the documentary, he said he had he had so many Japanese women going in and out of his hotel room. Watch the doc. I think it's in Tyson, the documentary called Tyson, when he's probably at the interview. I think is probably at the Flamingo because they're looking across at the MGM. So I would say either New York, or the Flamingo, and you could see the panoramic view of the MGM. But I thought that was a hell of a documentary. And but it's just a question that I know many boxing fans want to know, many boxing reporters want to know. but we don't get the answer. So let me know what you guys think. Barbershop Conversations. Again, I truly appreciate you guys supporting. I look forward to bringing you guys some more boxing content. Thanks, guys. Bye.